This video game with a first-person point of view is inspired by the Shell Shock series, which courted controversy. As a player, you take on the role of a German soldier in World War I. Post-traumatic stress disorder is examined in the context of a horror game with hallucinations and delusions containing ghastly beings and strange events. It is intriguing to observe if this approach gives an enjoyable horror experience, as well as depicting the actual circumstances of World War I accurately.
Manchmal weiß ich nicht, ob ich träume oder wache. Ob ich hier in den Gräben bin oder zurück im Haus in Berlin.
In Aftermath, you are presented with two intense adversaries, the seen and unseen monsters that plague a ruined city in Europe. As Charlie Gray, you are tasked with finding your daughter Sammy at any cost, a difficult quest. To make matters worse, you must defend yourself against an invisible enemy in addition to the numerous other dangers that dwell in the city. It comprises of a competent crafting and scavenging system, where everyday objects can be used to form items and supplies that can save your life. Additionally, what you consume and when you eat are as critical as ever in this game. Attempting to be sound in both body and mind will give you the upper hand as Charlie and Sammy's gripping story develops.
Told you keep on marching on.
Ля как спали. Ну, чё там?
Set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone after the nuclear event, Heart of Chernobyl has radiation levels that are still very dangerous. It is in this setting that mutated monsters have made their presence known, adding to the horror of the game. Through the use of Unreal Engine 5, the non-linear story of the game promises to be atmospheric and full of tension. A multiplayer mode will also be added on as a free update post-launch, which is always something that players are grateful for. It has been many years since Konami made any announcement about the Silent Hill franchise, but that all changed in October 2022 when gamers were treated to a streaming event with updates about the series. Neo Ward's Entertainment, known for the Resident Evil Resistance game, will be producing a new installment called Silent Hill F, which will take place in Japan as opposed to the usual town of Silent Hill. Additionally, the artwork for this game will be more vibrant than prior releases. Other than that, there are no other details available yet.
We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer.
Following a 13-year break, a beloved tortured writer has returned. The introductory trailer for Alan Wake 2 is quite intimidating, commencing with a savage crime scene with a corpse on a rock table and a dual triangle symbol is engraved on a close-by tree, which may allude to Twinnis or a religious quest. We get a look at a dismal cityscape, which appears to be Bright Falls, before getting a close-up of a scruffy Wake and a glimpse of Wake's face, bloodied and contorted by rage.
This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
The dismemberment system in Dead Space was its most memorable quality. Gamers were able to aim their weapons in order to take off targeted body parts and take out opponents in the meantime. Dead Space also had an uncluttered UI with essential information such as ammo and health revealed within the game. Motive Studio's version appears to be as true to the original as can be. The biggest changes are visible in the new visuals and audio design. In particular, the redesigned soundscape, featuring obstruction and occlusion, can make an already great horror game even better. Resident Evil 4 is renowned for being one of the most iconic and influential video games of all time. In fact, without this game, some of the other titles such as Dead Space might never have been created. Leon S. Kennedy is back in an entirely updated version of the 2005 original that breathed new life into the Resident Evil series. This RE Engine remake aims to bring back some of the same elements from the original, such as the opening scene with a village attack, but with updated graphics, sound design, and gameplay mechanics. The remake of Resident Evil 4 is not an exact replica of the original, and Capcom has made some changes to certain sections. Nevertheless, all the memorable moments are still present, from El Gigante to Del Lago. Leon will face a horror-filled adventure in this atmospheric remake with a greater emphasis on the horror elements and modern rendering features. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. We tried to feature the most anticipated survival horror games of 2023, and we know that we missed some interesting ones, but I think we can all agree that these 15 games definitely deserve the spotlight. If you think that we missed a big title, make sure to help us by reminding us in the comments below. See you in the next video.